Okay, so here we are back in the kitchen, and the project for today is to level out where the old cabinets were and where the tile, up to that level where the tiles are. And the reason is because I'm going with more cabinets than the old tiles, and so some of them would sit on top of the tiles and some on top of the concrete, and that just would not work out. So the easiest thing to do is just use some self-leveling compound here. Very easy to mix up and pour out, and it solidifies within just a few hours and allows me to move forward with this project. So here's the second bag. Mix it up for a few minutes with my mixer. There's 2 complete bags of 50 pounds, and what takes less than 2 minutes for you was about 17 minutes for me, so not too bad. And then on to the next thing. Just doing a little bit of cleanup here with some paper towel on some of the slop that I got off onto the tiles, and a little bit of leveling with the trowel, but not bad. Okay, I started to put the drywall back, and I've got the tails out for the under cabinet lighting here. And one of the things when I took the base cabinets out is I found some strange dirt down here on the floor that was coming out right here. When I pulled the drywall off, I found some rot here. Here's the end of this treated 2x4, which was kind of sitting right there next to the pipe. And at first I thought this was termites, and I had my pest control guy happened to be here today, and he said that is not termites. I was sure it was, but I'm actually happier that it wasn't termites. But in order to figure out what it was, I took some paper towel and wrapped it around that pipe, and then I poured 3 quarts of water down the drain, and this paper towel came out wet. So one of these joints is not fully glued, and I think it's this lower one right here. So I need to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get 2 45s, some section of 2-inch pipe, and a slip joint, and then I need to cut this out and put in the new 45 there and re-glue this section. And then once I cut this section out, I can determine what is actually wrong back here. Okay, so it's the next day, and I've got my parts, and we're going to discover why this pipe is leaking somewhere back here. And let's get to it. Need a battery. See why it was leaking. I Actually, let me get you in here. I think this right there is a hole through all the way through the pipe. So let's see. I've got enough space in here so that I can use my slip coupler. So if I cut this off a little bit lower, I should be able to slip my slip coupler down there, and then this will be in the glue area where this hole is right there. So I need to cut off probably about another 1/2 inch or so. Okay, so I've got it just dry fit in place, and I'm able to get it into position, dry fit. So when I glue this up, it should be able to go no problem. So next up, glue it together. I'll do that off camera. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry for a little bit, and then I'm going to do the same experiment, and I'm going to pour 3 quarts of water down this drain tube, and I'm going to wrap this paper towel around the base there. That's where it was leaking before. I think it was a nail, which is long ago rusted away. Probably came through this plywood and came right into the PVC pipe and rusted away over time and just allowed water to leak out. It's been leaking for 23 years and rotted away the wood there. So I'm going to replace some of this wood. I've got some treated lumber in the garage, and we'll get it back to serviceable. All right, this last little job I've got to do before we can start hanging cabinets again is finish off some of the joints, drywall joints between the old and the new. And all of these joints where the old drywall meets the new drywall was where the backsplash used to be. And the new drywall is actually lower than the bottom cabinets and higher than the bottom of the top cabinet. So you won't see any of these joints. They don't need to be finished off super well. I'm just making sure that there's not going to be any air penetration through there or any bugs coming in from outside. And it's last project here before we can start putting up cabinets again. The last of the cabinets to go in here for this kitchen remodel. Next up will be cabinets.